Hi, I'm Taylor Sandlin with the latest update for our campus reopening at Sugarland Baptist Church. We want you to know that our plan for the last few weeks has been to reopen our campus this Sunday, June 14th. After meeting this week, our task force continues to believe that that's the best course of action for our church, that we will be having in-person worship this Sunday, June 14th. We are mindful that the numbers of cases and the numbers of hospitalizations in our area are rising. And so you need to pay particular attention to what those numbers look like so that you can make an informed decision for either yourself or your family about whether or not attending worship here in the sanctuary is the best action for you and your family. If you are in one of the high-risk areas, especially because of the rise in numbers, we are asking you to consider staying home. If you have any kind of symptom that even halfway looks like COVID-19, we are asking you to stay home. If you come and worship with us, we are asking that you maintain 6 feet of distance from people who are not your family. We're also asking that you wear a mask. We know that there's been lots of discussion in the news media and other places about whether or not masks are effective in preventing the spread of the diseases, but the resources that we are continuing to look to for guidance, like the CDC and our own governor's roadmap for houses of worship to reopen, all of those resources continue to ask people who attend houses of worship to wear masks in order to prevent the spread of this disease. As we get different information, we may adjust that in the weeks ahead, but I want you to know we are still asking that you would wear a mask. Friends, I know this is difficult, and I know you may be sitting at home wondering whether or not you should come. You may have made a decision last week and registered to attend, but now with the rise in numbers are reconsidering. I want you to know that's okay, and we want you to make the decision that is best for you. And so even if you registered last week and you now have second guessing that decision, we want you to know it's okay for you to stay home. The truth is, as these numbers increase, if they continue to increase in the weeks ahead in the way they have this week, we are going to have to reevaluate whether or not in-person worship is the right thing to do right now. We will continue to listen to the guidance of folks at the Texas Medical Center and other area medical centers so that we have the best information to make these decisions. We want you to know that as you come to worship, or whether you worship at home, we consider you a part of the family of God. It doesn't mean you're more faithful if you show up. It doesn't mean you're more wise if you stay home. It simply means each of us are doing the very best we can to take the information in front of us and make a good decision for either ourselves or our families. So I want you to know you have my prayers. You also have my understanding, whatever decision you make. I want you to know that whether you are here or at home, you are my church family, and I care for you. These are hard days, difficult days, and many of us feel like we maybe don't have what it takes to see ourselves through these days because there's so much uncertainty, there's so much difficulty. I have a word from God for you today. Even the Apostle Paul had moments where he thought he could not go on. He speaks in 2 Corinthians about a thorn in his flesh that tormented him. 3 times he asked God to take that thorn away, and 3 times God said to him that he would not. Instead, God said to the Apostle Paul, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardships, in persecution, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong." All of us feel a little weak right now, don't we? A little uncertain, a little unsure, and we want to somehow find some place where we can go to erase all of that uncertainty. The only place we can really go to find true confidence and true care is God. So it's my prayer in the midst of these great difficult days, in our weakness, we would discover God's strength. That's my prayer for you today. I hope you're praying for me as well. God bless, and I look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday, whether here in the building or at home.